Hey, what's up, Dividend Nomads? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm outside and it's raining today. I'm about to head to the coffee shop and I'm gonna talk to y'all about investing from abroad. I'm gonna drive today. I'm not walking. This is my car here. You can see. I'm not gonna show you my license plate number, but see, I got a black Range Rover here. Anyway, I just used my fingerprint. Oh, I locked the door. Then we can get inside. So anyway, now that I'm out of the rain, let me talk to you a little bit about this. When it comes to investing from abroad, comes to being a dividend nomad, there's a few things that you need to know about because you're going to encounter some problems. I've encountered them, and that's why I'm making this video to share with you what kind of things you can expect when it comes to being a dividend nomad, and what to expect in terms of some of the problems that you may encounter. So we're going to talk about some things like taxes. We're going to talk about brokerages because those are important when it comes to investing from abroad, and some other things that I've just discovered along the way. Just a few things I want to share with y'all about that. So anyway, I am, what's this? Oh, look, this is on my car. Some ladies of the night. We don't want their trash. Anyway, yeah, you get that kind of thing here in China. They like literally advertise prostitutes. They just like put prostitute business cards on your car. When you come out, you find them stuck all over your car, like trying to, get customers. Anyway, so let me drive over here to the coffee shop to get some coffee. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, 7 o'clock in the morning. Go get my morning coffee and get into this video. Let's go. Oh, wrong way. Let's go. So first of all, let's talk about the most boring thing first and get that out of the way, and then we'll move on to the next one. I try to put some timestamps below for you also, so if you're not interested in one, you can like skip ahead to other sections or something. I'll try to do that if I can remember. Let's talk about taxes first, because that's obviously the most boring thing. And also, I'm not a tax professional, okay? I'm just telling you what I've experienced. I've been living abroad for almost 20 years now, and I'll tell you what I've experienced when it comes to paying taxes from abroad, and especially when it comes to in terms of like investing, right? So first and foremost, if you are living in another country, don't make the mistake that I made when I first moved abroad. For the first couple of years, I didn't file my taxes because I thought I didn't need to, because I wasn't earning money in America at that time. I was earning money in another country, and I was being taxed on that money in another country. So I thought, okay, I just don't need to pay. So I know some countries have this, so I know some British dudes who don't need to pay or don't need to file taxes and none of that stuff if they're making money from another country. So I just assumed that was, for me also, without looking into it. And then I end up having to pay some fines and fees and stuff because I went a few years without filing my taxes. So even though I didn't owe any money, I still had to pay fines and fees and stuff, where if I would have just filed the return, I would have avoided all of that. So you still have to file your taxes even if you're living overseas. Now, here's the thing about that. Some countries have some tax treaties and stuff, where, for example, the money that I make here in China, it's I have a registered business here, money that I make here, I still have to file that with the IRS and show them how much money I made, but I don't need to pay taxes on that money in America. So if you are somebody who's going to be living off your dividends, but you move abroad and you say you want to start a business in whatever country you're in just to avoid boredom or something, you can do that, and you won't need to pay taxes on that money if you're not some high net worth individual. So basically, if you make less than 120,000 US dollars per year, then you don't need to pay taxes on that in America, but you still have to file and still have to tell them that you made that money. Okay. Now, also, some countries, for example, China, where I'm at right now, if I'm making money in America through the US stock market, right, and say I pay taxes on that money or whatever, I don't need to pay taxes on that money here in China. Now, some countries aren't like that. Some countries will tax you on the money. If you have some money coming in from America into your bank account in other countries, some of those countries will tax you on that money. Not all of them, but some of them. So you definitely need to do your research about which countries are tax friendly, so that way, if you are paying taxes, well, you should probably have to be paying taxes if you're collecting dividends, right? Choose a country that's not going to tax you on your money, and so do some research on that before you decide, like, just I'm going to go to this place, and then you show up, next thing you know, you're paying a bunch of taxes when you could have avoided that by just going to a different place, right? So the country matters, and so make sure that you're covering your bases for like which country you go to. Do your research in advance to find out if that country is going to tax you on your U.S. money coming in or not. Some will, some won't. I can't tell you a list of all of them that will. Now, also, when it comes to doing your taxes from abroad, you get like an extended like deadline. It's like, when do most people even pay? Like February or March or April, something like that. I don't have to pay my taxes until October. Right, so I can, like October of 2024, I can do my taxes for 2023. So almost, an entire year later is when the deadline is for me. So I can just get an extension. It's extended all the way out to October. So you have a long time period to collect the money that you owe or whatever, and this and that. So if you do get hit with a large tax bill, and so you're collecting a lot of dividends and stuff, and you wasn't expecting a huge tax bill, and you get one, you kind of have more time to get all the money together to pay that, because you have until October. You don't have to do it at the beginning of the year, so you can basically, have a long time period to handle that. Now, myself, I use H.R. Block's expat tax service. H.R. Block has an expat tax service specifically for American expats living abroad, and I'm not like promote it or say anything about them or nothing like that. I don't have any links to offer you or no stuff like that. I'm just telling you what I use, right? So if you're looking for somebody, I've been using them and they seem to work pretty good. I've been using them for several years now without any problems. They charge me $100 to file, and then you got to pay an additional $50 for the f.i.r.e. So you have to file an f.i.r.e. if you have more than $10,000 in the bank. If you're not, you can get hit with a huge fine, and you don't want to do that. Just pay the $150 and be done with it. You know what I mean? So that's basically it when it comes to taxes. I'll show y'all a little scene here around where I'm at. I'm in Guangdong province. For those of y'all who don't know, I'm in Guangdong, China, but I'm probably gonna leave soon, and maybe in the next 6 months to 1 year, I might leave China, go somewhere else. Look at the palm trees, it's just rainy, man, nasty rainy day. But anyway, let's get back to this video. There we go. Park here. We're gonna go to the coffee shop. You can see here, look at all these Tesla chargers. I should have parked in the Tesla spot, but nah, my car is not electric though. But anyway, Tesla is huge here in China. Actually, they have these chargers everywhere. So when it comes to investing from abroad, another important thing you think about is going to be the brokerage. I've had some problems with some even just recently, so let's talk about that real quick. Just recently, I was trying to create a backup account. Well, not really a backup account, but actually, where am I going? I wanted to create another account for you guys because I wanted to do something fun and interesting with this channel. And so I was trying to use Robinhood for that, so I have an account there, but I didn't have my recent bank account linked there. I had like an old bank account there. And so I tried to link my bank account to Robinhood, and there were some problems with it. And so I tried to get them on the phone and talk to them, so they could help me fix this problem. And then, oh man, it's dark in here. Hopefully y'all can see me. But anyway, I tried to talk to them. Man, y'all can't see nothing. Hold on a minute. So anyway, I was trying to talk to them to fix this problem. And they was like, well, why are you calling us from a Chinese phone number? And I was like, well, I'm in China. I'm living here for a short time. And they said, well, your account's banned, your account's closed. We can't let you have an account here if you're living in China. And I was like, but I'm a US citizen, I got a US passport. Like, how can you not let me, have an account? And they was like, oh, it's just our policy. We can't allow people outside of America to use it. And I was like, but I'm an American. It's just because I'm living somewhere else doesn't, I can't trade US stocks even though I'm a US citizen. I can't collect dividends from American companies even though I'm American. Like, let's go up with that. So anyway, they didn't let me have my account. Sorry, y'all, I couldn't film in that coffee shop. I mean, it's so noisy in there. It's like they're having a party. Anyway, as I was saying, about the brokerage, it really matters what brokerage you use when living abroad, because I've encountered problems with it myself. Some of the brokerages aren't very friendly when it comes to living abroad and investing and getting your dividends and connecting bank accounts or dealing with problems. And Robinhood is one of those brokerages that's not very friendly for investors living abroad. I've used Webull, found with no problems. I was using TD, which they've changed to Schwab. I use Schwab with no problems. And I have lots of friends who are living abroad, and they're using f.i.r.e. and Fidelity with no problems. But I've heard a lot of people complain about Robinhood having problems, which I actually like Robinhood, but can't use it abroad because it can't connect your bank account and all these other things. It becomes troublesome. So you really need to check out the brokerage that you're going to use before moving abroad. And then also I would suggest having, oh man, y'all can't even see me. What's up with this? Hold on a second, man. Anyway, yeah, I would also suggest having a backup, right? Having a backup account in case something does happen. You have somewhere to move your stocks to or move your investments to or whatever. Because once you get locked out of your account, that's it. You're locked out. You can only sell, but you can't take the money out. You can't, you can't buy. You can't do nothing. You can only transfer out to another account. So I would have at least 2 accounts, if not 3 accounts, set up and ready to go. So that way, if you do encounter a problem, you have somewhere to move your stuff to in case of a problem. So another thing when it comes to these brokerages and the accounts and stuff like that, I highly suggest you set up the account before you leave America. If you need to connect a bank account or something, like most of these brokerages, they use this service called Plaid. It helps you do the connection of the bank accounts from online or whatever. Connect your bank account from your online banking system to the brokerage. They use Plaid, right? And Plaid doesn't work very well in other countries because they think internet scams or something like that. I don't know, but and also when it comes to online banking, a lot of the online banking services also don't work in other countries. I've ran into lots of problems with this, trying to access my online banking via VPN or something like that. They block access from a VPN because they want to see where you're at. And then at the same time, because certain countries, like the place I'm in, that they'll block access from this country because this country maybe is known for internet scams or something like that. If you're somewhere like China or India or something like that, or somewhere in an African country, your service might be blocked and you won't be able to connect your bank account, or you won't be able to use Plaid and all these other stuff. So you can find that to be very, very troublesome. And then you get locked out of your account and you have zero access to your money, and you're trying to live off this money, and you might need to go back home to fix the problems or something like that, and you can't because you don't have money, right? So when it comes to living abroad, there's so many things that can, that can cause problems. So you have to be well prepared in advance before you go, just in case. So also, that being said, another thing, some of these brokerages, you can use your email to verify whatever, but every now and then they'll ask you to verify via phone number, and if you don't have a US phone number, you'll have trouble verifying. Then when you try to verify and they find out you're in a foreign country, they'll shut you down, which is kind of what happened to me in Robinhood. So when it comes to that, you might want to have access to a USA phone number, even if you're living outside of USA. Have several brokerage accounts set up just in case for backups. So anyway, that's going to be the major few things that you really need to consider. There's definitely going to be other things, but those are the major ones. So just to summarize really quick, I guess. Well, hold on a second. I just arriving back home. Actually, I gotta park the car and try to talk to y'all at the same time. They got some construction going on here too. Anyway, just a second, man. Let me park this car. What's going on? I can't see. I got this backup camera too, but I don't like the camera, man. I prefer the old school way. Anyway, as I was saying, when it comes to living abroad and investing from abroad, these are the main things that I've encountered. And so just quickly to summarize, so I got the plastic on, I didn't even take the plastic off. But anyway, quickly to summarize, right? Taxes, right? You can get extended deadlines, still file your taxes. Make sure you're in a tax friendly country. Number two, the brokerage matters, right? It really depends on the broker you use. You really need to have some backup brokerages just in case, because you will encounter problems with the brokerages. Definitely do some research online and find out what brokerages other nomads are using. Like myself, I'm using Schwab, but Fidelity and IBKR also work really well for investing from abroad. And then also considering your bank accounts, right? Like setting up your bank accounts to the brokerage and all that stuff. Set it up before you leave. Have a US phone number just in case you need to get access and they block you or something like that. Ask for confirmation. You're gonna need a US phone number for that in many cases. So you might want to keep your US phone number if at all possible, or have like a family member or relative attach their phone number. You have to call them and get the text code from them and all of that, which can be a pain in the ass for them. Keep that in mind. And yeah, that's it. That's the major things that you need to consider when it comes to investing from abroad. So anyway, hope this is useful, and let me know what you think below. Are you a dividend nomad? Let me know, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Take care. Hey, good morning. If you stayed around to the end, here's some bonus footage. This is my home and my condo where I live. That's me right there.